Hello, how's it going? Today, we're going to talk about proto-dragons again. They're getting rewarded for their actions in the last video, which is nice. So let's go! Whilst Tyr and the proto-dragon Power Rangers were fighting Ronnie the dragon, the rest of the keepers kinda awakened from their stupor. They suddenly realised how much of a threat Galakrond was, and that they'd been pretty lazy about the whole thing. Seeing Tyr in action boosted their spirits, and yet Tyr didn't chastise them. Instead, he convinced the keepers to imbue the five with powers so they could assist in safeguarding Azeroth. Odin wasn't too happy about this. The rest of the keepers agreed with Tyr, but Odin viewed Alexstrasza and her ilk as primitive beings, cause he's racist or something, I don't know. He tried to play the Prime Designate card and basically said, I'm in charge, so I get final say. The rest of the keepers disagreed and said, nah, this is a democracy, not a dictatorship, so bugger you, racist Odin. He continued to protest, but they just did it anyway, and that will definitely not backfire in the next video. So the keepers and the proto-dragons travelled to the frozen tundra, where the battle with Ronnie had taken place. Even Ra, who up until this point has just been wandering about aimlessly in the south, attended. Acting as conduits to their creator's power, they bestowed the blessings of the Pantheon upon each proto-dragon. Highkeeper Ra channeled the power of his creator Aman'Thul into Nozdormu. Nozdormu gained mastery of time itself, becoming known as the Timeless One and holding dominion over the pathways of fate and destiny. Freya called upon her creator, Aenar, to empower Alexstrasza and her younger sister, Ithera. Alexstrasza became known as the Lifebinder and devoted everything she was to guarding the living world. Ithera gained nature's influence, watching over the flowering wilds of Azeroth from within the Emerald Dream. She descended into an endless trance and became known as the Dreamer. Keeper Loken endowed Malygos with the arcane powers of his creator, Norgannon. Malygos became known as the Spellweaver. The realms of magic and arcana became his to share, explore and protect. Lastly, Keeper Arquidus bestowed some of Khaz'goroth's vast power to Neltharion. Known thereafter as the Earth Warder, he gained charge over the mountains and deep caverns of the earth. He embodied the strength of the world and served as Alexstrasza's greatest friend and confidant. Until, I don't want to get ahead of myself too much here, but spoilers! This guy's name rhymes with Schmethwing, the main villain from the WoW expansion, Schmataclysm. With these powers, this is kind of the point where the five of them gained their colourful Power Ranger style. Nozdormu gained a kind of golden hue, Alexstrasza went red, Ithera a vibrant green, Malygos an icy blue, and Neltharion an earthy black. From that day forward, these five beings would become known as the Dragon Aspects. The Keepers also sought to create a new species to assist the Dragon Aspects. They magically altered hundreds of proto-dragon eggs, which is weird if you think about it. They're messing with babies. From the eggs, creatures would emerge born in the image of the aspects. This new race would be known as, wait for it, dragons. And they would form 5 different flights. Bronze, red, green, blue, black. Though each of these flights would serve a different aspect, they would all be bound to ultimately protecting Azeroth. To strengthen this bond, the Keepers forged a grand tower in northern Kalimdor called Wyrmrest Temple. It would serve as the heart of the dragon's culture, a sanctuary where they could all go and have little dragon brain trust meetings. But above all, it stood as a symbol to the dragon's unity. The Keepers were pleased with all this, buggered off back into their lairs, and left the aspects to watch over the living creatures of Azeroth. And we're leaving it there! So, we had a fair bit of foreshadowing in this video. I did that on purpose because I'm so smart and handsome and modest. I just want to make sure people realise that in these more sort of housekeepery videos, they're not just filler. Everything's important. It sets up the big climactic events that happen a lot. For example, next Tuesday's video, pretty eventful. And next Friday's, bloody hell, get excited. If you enjoyed the video, suck some eggs. And maybe also like, subscribe, comment, you know the drill. I'll see you next Tuesday. Maybe I shouldn't say it that way. Tuesday is when I will see you. Thanks very much for watching, and see ya!